Good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist David Jones with another YouTube update, this time on a wet season that's going to begin with a vengeance this weekend. Here's a look at a weather map courtesy of CFB Comox. This is valid at 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And the first system to break down the dry spell is already onto the north coast, and it's going to start to bring some rain to the south coast late overnight or early tomorrow morning in the extreme southern sections of the BC coastline. And there's going to be a significant rainfall on the central and north coast. Here's the rainfall total forecast through 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and you can see the shades of pink between Kitimat rather, and Bella Coola, indicating in the range of 50 plus millimeters. So you'll see that reflected in the rainfall forecast for those areas. I think we've got mentioned up to about 45 in total. Not rainfall warning, but a good little soaking across the north and central coast nonetheless. Now, this map shows the next system moving in onto the north coast. This is valid at 5 p.m. on Friday, so this is tomorrow afternoon. And system number 2 is going to move right on to the north coast, but it's really the third system that doesn't move in till late Saturday and through the day Sunday. That's going to bring the real punch and perhaps some subtropical moisture with some significant rainfall rates and quite heavy rainfall totals. Here's a look at the 24-hour precipitation total through 5 p.m. on Sunday. This is from Saturday at 5 p.m. through Sunday at 5 p.m. And you can see again an extensive area of pink colors indicating 50 plus millimeters, but also across the south coast, the west coast of Vancouver Island, some deep purple indicating 100 plus millimeters in a 24-hour period. Now that's not the storm total because the storm will be spread over about 36 hours. So we expect storm totals across the central coast and right down to Vancouver and the Fraser Valley ranging anywhere from 50 to 150 millimeters with this system. We expect rainfall warnings to be issued. And as we get closer to Saturday and Sunday, we'll start to see the regions of those warnings pinpointing the heaviest and hardest hit areas from the heavy rainfall. Here's a look at some spot forecasts across the south coast for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the final column is the total Saturday and Sunday. So looking at the North Shore, Maple Ridge, you can see between 160 and 175 millimeters potentially. Similar amounts on the west coast of the island, Tofino 150, Squamish 140, and right down to Abbotsford and places like Port Alberni on central Vancouver Island, potentially up to 100 millimeters of rain. Here's a few more spots around Vancouver Island in decreasing order in terms of rank of total precipitation, but just to give you an idea, even Salt Spring and Pemberton potentially about 50 millimeters of rain from a very soggy system that's going to move in here on Saturday. On the north coast, a little bit different look, just to give you an idea of the rainfall spread over, well, let's call it 4.5 days from tonight right through Monday. The central coast, the hardest hit between 150 and 190 millimeters over those 4.5 days. So not quite the same quantity as the south coast, but significant rainfall expected there as well. That's it for today's YouTube update. I hope you enjoyed it and tune in next time.